Welcome, everybody, to another edition of the Put Me Over podcast, episode 48, almost at that 50, boy. I am your host, Andrew Gomez, a.k.a. The Mez, joined today by my lovely, wonderful, beautiful co-host. To my left, we have the 10th one of the world, Dickalicious himself, Richard Garcia.
How's it going, everyone?
And also on the show, we have him in studio today. He is everybody's favorite uncle. He is the $100 man, Bobby Diaz.
What's up, baby?
And rounding out the crew, you know him, you love him. He is the Pinoy powerhouse himself, Byron Pagdalao. Oh, it's so good to be back in the studio. We've missed you guys. We have a lot to talk about.
Indeed, we do.
So we got Fastlane coming up. But before we get into this week in wrestling, let's give it up to our sponsors, WrestleCrate.com. If you're ever in the market for these lovely, wonderful, beautiful mystery loot crates, look no further. You look for the best. You go to WrestleCrate.com and you sign up. You use our promo code Put Me Over in the discount box. That website is going to put you over. Going to give you 20% off your first month's order. Hurry now. We're gonna be packing those. Not we, but WrestleCrate's gonna be packing those shipments very soon. So keep your eyes out for that. Also, our promo code works at lapelyeah.com. If you've seen a wrestling pin, these guys have probably made it. So make sure you go to Lapel Yeah. Use our promo code. Put Me Over there. That website is going to put you over as well, and you're going to get 20% off your entire order there. They got a lot of cool stuff. Definitely would recommend it. Also, we've talked about this on the show before. If you are going to WrestleMania, there's one place you need to go before the show, and that is Mania Crawl. That's right, folks. They're going to be back in action this year for the 6th year in a row. They're going to be doing it big at let me get my press release here. They're going to be doing it big in Hoboken, New Jersey. We met Hoboken last year.
Hoboken.
Great guy.
Not a great bit, but it was something that we had to do. But here we go. Mania Crawl is an annual event that coincides with the biggest pro wrestling show of the year, WrestleMania. Mania Crawl brings hundreds of wrestling fans from around the world together for one incredible bar crawl. This year's event will take place on April 7th, beginning at 12 p.m. noon. This event is 100% free for fans and by the fans, with the goal of raising money for Connor's Cure. This year's event will be held in Hoboken, New Jersey, just 15 minutes away from MetLife Stadium. Mania Crawl is also going to be offering a VIP package that includes a Mania Crawl shirt, koozie, bus transportation, which is the best part of it all. That's bus transportation to MetLife Stadium, but you're going to want to act quick because there are only 55 VIP tickets available. You can also go to maniacrawl.com for all of the merchandise they're going to be selling there, and you can stay updated by following Mania Crawl at Mania Crawl on Twitter and at Mania Crawl on Instagram. If I was going, this would be 100% on my list of things to do before WrestleMania, and there's a lot of great people there. So big shouts out to Jamie out there doing the God's work, doing the Lord's work, and getting
Thank
people.
you, Jamie.
Getting people a little. You're going to drink a little bit. You do this, and you're going to get there safely. But, yeah, I'm hearing the bus portion of it is it's coming down. Actually, Friday.
Down to the wire.
Friday is the last day you can get in on that, so I would definitely recommend doing that soon. With that said, we're done. We got all that. We'll see you guys next week.
So long, guys.
Oh, yeah, I forgot we have a show to do.
Holy shit, we do. You're right.
Huge show.
Let's get in some Dick Streeting news. Take it away, Dick.
Dude, we got a lot of stuff to talk about this week. For it being, now I want to say a short week, but there's a lot of shit that happened not only in wrestling, but outside of wrestling.
Absolutely.
Wow. Well, let's talk about some AEW news. Since we got to get that out of the way. They have announced a second show coming up in July. What are your guys' thoughts on that?
I just blew my whole wad on Double or Nothing, and they're going to hit me with another show? Fast?
They're going to hit us up with a second show.
That's smart. Good
Real
business.
quick.
Yeah, and this is going to be in Jacksonville. Their next event's called Fight for the Fallen. It's going to be on July 13th.
What's up with Florida getting all the cool shit?
Right?
Southern state, isn't it?
You know, bring it back over here, man.
Yeah, we don't care about that shit.
Bring it to the west side, dude. What the fuck?
I mean, aside from the weather, I'm sure there's a great tax incentive to do events in Florida.
Yes.
I think from WWE's perspective, that's the main reason. Well, that's two main reasons why they decided to do WrestleMania again next year in Florida.
God damn it! These goddamn taxes. There's only one place I want to be, and that's Southern Florida.
Vince loves Florida.
Goddamn Trump can't touch me there.
Actually, aren't you friends with Trump?
We are best friends.
Oh,
He gave
man.
my wife a job.
What kind of job?
He did.
I don't want to talk about it. Let's just say it involved her mouth.
Oh, Vince.
God damn it.
Yeah, honestly, I'm really looking forward to Double or Nothing. That's really all that's on my mind right now.
The countdown's on.
Oh, dude, I'm so fucking
Good
excited.
for them, though. At least they have enough funding for a second show, so
Hey.
we'll see.
It's not gonna be one and done.
Yeah.
Two and
Yeah.
done.
And
Two and done. That's
two and done. Let's see where this goes. But you
Being
know,
done.
the fact that they've even announced a second show, that's they're really serious about this.
Oh yeah.
Even before their first show even is on yet. Like,
Yeah. The Double or Nothing's actually their first show.
yeah. So I mean, they're already like lining up shows for the months ahead. So it looks good.
Good for them. Yeah.
So that's out of the way, and unfortunately, we got to get into some bad stuff. Monday was just a really, really bad day in general, not just in wrestling, but just in entertainment in general.
Not just because it was Monday.
Yeah.
Aside from that, yeah,
Everybody hates Mondays.
Mondays. It's
everyone
like
hates
we're the
Mondays,
case of the
but this
Mondays.
Monday was just bad. First off, Keith Flynn of Prodigy,
Ooh.
one of the great 90s bands,
Twisted Fire Starter.
dude. Who didn't grow up listening to Prodigy?
Breathe with me.
Fucking loved that.
That's the double mohawk, right?
Yeah.
Double
Yeah.
Mohawk, yeah.
He had he rocked the hawk.
He rocked the hawk.
The-
Rest in peace to him, too.
Oh yeah.
Dude, shout out to him too as well.
On repeat.
Fun fact: in middle school, I was in a backyard wrestling. We used cones for our ring, and my entrance theme, Firestarter.
Dude, everyone who wrestled at backyard had Prodigy as our song.
Oh, yeah, for
it was like the times right there. That's like the perfect example of like the 90s. You had the super baggy pants. You had the fucking either bleach blonde spikes or mohawk. Fucking Hot Topic shirt. Listen,
necklaces.
Yeah,
that.
puka shells.
Puka
I was rocking
shells.
puka shells hard.
Oh, for
Prodigy, Mudvayne,
Not
Limp
Mudvayne.
Bizkit.
Yeah, chill out.
All
now.
that.
Speaking of Limp Bizkit,
Oh,
Biscuit.
we'll get to that in a bit.
let's get through this.
Yeah,
sad.
we'll get to the sad stuff. So Keith Flint died at 49, and Luke Perry. This one really sucks. Like
Wow, you gay.
dude. He died at 53, young dude.
I know, first stroke.
Yeah,
Young guy.
He had a stroke, and I mean, I've heard about his health problems and how he was dealing with his stroke, and it was just like it really sucks because like he's still a young dude, you know.
I think he was like 49 or something like that.
53.
52.
Dude,
But
young.
him and Jason Priestley on 90210
Yeah.
were like the heartthrobs of America. Like,
dude.
he doesn't get more top tier than that.
Yeah, he was on everybody's like list, like all the women's list.
Oh yeah.
All of them.
But we're not just saying Luke Perry because obviously it's a sad thing, but he's also the father of Jungle Boy.
Yeah.
He was a young up and coming Los Angeles wrestler.
Yeah, and Luke Perry was also he was actually a big wrestling fan, believe it or not.
He was at every single one of Jungle Boy's matches.
Oh yeah,
Big supporter of him.
And I never really noticed. Like, I didn't even know that was his dad. But when you put them side by side, god damn, he's a spitting image of him, dude.
Yeah.
he has his dad's facial features, but his mom's hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. Yeah. It's terrible news. You know, hearts go out to him.
Yeah, and his fam. What a beautiful
Yeah,
guy,
and
too.
Jungle Boy, like even through all the shit that he had to deal with his dad, and I could totally relate to that. He still wrestled last Friday at PWG in LA.
No way.
Yeah, he still went out there and wrestled.
That must have been hard.
It must have been hard for him. I mean, he's going through a lot, dude, and I totally understand where he's coming from.
Yeah, that's really sad.
So,
What else?
and then
Who else?
the
They
last
always go
one,
in threes.
it's the third one, and it just happened, a couple hours after. But King Kong Bundy, 61.
R.I.P. man. One of the great big mans of who never got his I feel like he's like super underrated. as far as like wrestlers in the 80s. He was a big part of WrestleMania.
He was a big part of that rock and wrestling connection. Is
Yeah.
a big part of rock and wrestling in the 80s.
I'm really influenced by his green tongue and stuff. So.
Okay, Enzo.
Or he used to bite the turnbuckle,
Yeah.
right? I mean, that guy, that was him.
Which goes into, I guess you could say, a funny anecdote with Enzo Amore, because after his passing, he did post kind of like a commemorative tweet towards to King Kong Bundy. If we could pull up the tweet, I want to read it out. Like, I just thought that was freaking great.
What a fucking idiot, man.
It's kind of funny though. I mean, I hope he was trolling. He probably wasn't. But
No.
This is
he was
Enzo
not
Amore.
trolling,
This
dude.
is Enzo Amore we're talking about.
There's no way he was fucking trolling that dude. He was
How you
for
doing?
sure like 100% on that.
I have it right here.
Yeah, right there. Can you read it?
If my phone wants to. Did he delete it? No, it's still up.
Even if he deletes
there
it,
is.
dude, the internet fucking screenshotted it.
R.I.P. King Kong Bundy, the epitome of pro wrestling. I recall going to 2 shows at MSG with my grandparents. My grandma, Rafaela, loved him and hyped him up the whole ride in. Plenty of wrestlers risked it all that night, but I never forget the guy with the green tongue who ate the turnbuckle.
dumbass.
And that was his tweet.
You see my
Ver-
gift?
Yeah, and your
Verbatim.
gif is like the everyone that
Gun?
saw it, dude. Like,
Naked Gun's the
smack,
best.
smack,
Yeah,
smack.
I responded to it with the scene from Naked Gun where everyone just slaps their heads.
Rest in peace, King Kong.
But yes, I mean he was on Married with Children.
Yep.
I
Legend.
was actually just watching that.
And he
watching
in
that
2
today.
different roles. He was Peggy's brother.
Yeah.
He was one of the Wankers, and as himself.
Yeah, because
That-
what Bud was trying to get into No Ma'am, and he needed a picture of King Kong Bundy,
Yeah,
and he ended up having to wrestle him.
he had to wrestle him.
Yeah.
That's right. That was one of my favorite
Jeez.
episodes too.
Oh yeah,
I loved that episode, and as well with him and with Peggy's family. And fun fact, I think we might have mentioned this offline, but the Bundys were named after King Kong Bundy.
really?
That's kind of given right there.
I didn't know
If you
that.
Think about that.
Damn.
But the Rhodes, they were named after Dusty Rhodes.
The Rhodes.
Stephen Marcy.
Oh, their last name's Rose.
You didn't know
Yeah,
that?
Rhodes?
the
I didn't
last
know
name
that.
is Rhodes,
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Jefferson Darcy.
Yeah,
With
Jefferson
Darcy
Darcy.
part, we can't figure that part out. I'm still trying to figure that part out. I wish it was Flair though. That would have been great.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
The
but-
flares.
Yeah, so they were huge. They were huge wrestling fans, and I just found that bit pretty interesting.
That's
pretty funny.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
Fun fact for y'all, but yeah, so definitely a sad week for all of us. King Kong Bundy, Keith Flint, and Luke Perry. Rest in peace to all 3 of you.
What else we got?
Well, for WrestleMania, it looks like Michael Che and Colin Jost of SNL, they're going to be
Jost.
appearing.
Jost.
How do you say Jost? Oh.
Yeah. Well,
That goes to show you I haven't watched SNL in years, so.
SNL is so good right now. Hearing both of these guys are going to be doing, they're not going to be like hosting, but I assume they're going to cut to like backstage segments of them. Maybe I don't know.
Like
Doing
interviews or
stuff.
skits.
Interview skits. I'm all for it. I think it's going to be dope. I think it's going to bring some eyes. Who knows? You know, we might get like we did like in the '90s with like The Rock and Triple H and Big Show and Mankind all being on SNL. We might have a WWE takeover.
Dude, that'd be funny.
That'd be cool. Have like Roman Reigns host or something like that.
That'd be terrible.
That was actually my question. Like, who's big enough of a star that can actually do that?
None-
Give it to the boys, John Cena.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
John Cena could do it.
Yeah, again. John
maybe
Cena,
Cena, but Cena's kind of like past his peak, though. I mean,
Hell no.
'Cause back
Not as an
then-
actor.
well, I mean, as a wrestler, yeah.
But he's
Because you got to
still
think about it.
entertaining.
Back in 2000, that's when Rock was at his peak.
Oh yeah.
Like he
Yeah.
was on top of the world at that time, and all the stars had lined up for Rock to host SNL, and he went on to host SNL on multiple occasions. He's part of the five time club, right?
I have no idea.
He's-
That'd be crazy if he was though.
I-
That's pretty cool.
I would think because I checked up somewhere. He had been. I know he's hosted it like at least 3 or 4 times. So
He might be in that club.
he might be in that club, yeah, and that's an elusive club right there.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, like you said, dude. I mean, good for them. I kind of want to see what they're going to be doing with them.
More eyes on the product.
More eyes on the product.
That's
that,
all.
that
That's
never
all it
hurts.
takes.
I don't think people are going to tune in just to see these guys, but it's
Of
a nice, added mainstream appeal to the show the granddaddy of them all. As much as Vince doesn't want to admit that that's what we call it.
Kind of give it some, kind of give it like a modern twist. Get some modern faces and pop culture in there. Maybe get some new eyeballs.
If you look at WrestleMania through the years, they've had celebrities on, going back to like Bob Uecker and what's her name, Vanna White.
And another host, host that hosted WrestleMania, but I was part of the skits was Alex Trebek. And unfortunately, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but we just heard a couple of days ago that he's been dealing with pancreatic cancer.
Yeah.
Stage 4
Stage
cancer
4
comes.
Pancreatic cancer.
That sucks. Let's get off of
let's-
this.
Yeah.
That doesn't really have to do with anything. But thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers out
Love
to
you,
him.
Alex.
But that last week, and I'm not trying to dwell on the bad stuff though, but let's move on to that. Host for WrestleMania, I'm sorry, not host for WrestleMania, but another inductee into the Hall of Fame, Tori Wilson.
Hey, all right.
And I see a lot of people talking shit about it too.
Gives a
Why?
fuck.
Just like, oh, she didn't really do anything. She was just like she didn't really. She wasn't a good wrestler. She was just there. Like, but it's like, so
wrestling.
what? Like,
Drew Carey's in the Hall of Fame. Fuck. Just let people.
Yeah.
Obviously, we care about who is in the Hall of Fame. Everyone's gonna get their day one day. Tori Wilson did a lot for the wrestling brand. She was in Playboy. She brought a lot of people. Yeah, I mean, come on. But she was a great ambassador for the product, and who cares, dude?
yeah. I mean, I don't see the big deal, but good for her. We'll see who else they keep adding. I mean, we're getting closer and closer. So
One day, these internet trolls are gonna get so mad they're gonna be mad that they aren't in the WWE Hall of Fame. Why am I not in the WWE Hall of Fame? I talk about wrestling.
Fucking
I mean, what
marks.
about us? I mean, put me
Put
over.
me over.
Paris. Like, come on.
Fucking marks are the dumbest people sometimes. I love you guys, but you all dumb as fuck sometimes.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
Just
Mark.
60% of the time, all the time.
I'm not a Mark.
No,
Like in Half Baked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's hilarious.
Exactly.
That's a good
exactly like
reference.
half baked. But yeah, so she's joining in with D Generation X, and who else has been officially inducted?
That's it.
Honky.
Oh,
And Honky.
Honky
That's
tonk,
right.
yeah, that's it.
Honky.
So we'll see who else gets officially inducted into the Hall of Fame this year. See how it goes. But we also got more news regarding Arn Anderson, how he got fired. Double A, man.
MCO.
Arm Anderson.
Arm Anderson.
Anderson.
Arm Anderson.
Anderson.
So he got fired because he was actually a road agent for Alicia Fox during one of the house shows they had a while back, and he actually had let her wrestle while being under the influence. So she was intoxicated. She went out to the ring, and when she came back, I guess that's when him and Arn and Vince had gotten into it, and that's when Vince dismissed Arn.
How did Vince know that she was drunk? She doesn't have good matches, so she probably just looked like she always did.
She probably looked better
intoxicated.
intoxicated.
What the hell? She had a great match. Let me smell your breath.
That was it.
Yeah, how would they know? That's weird.
Yeah. I mean, unless they knew where she had just came from.
I think you can know if you're
So-
sober and you see another person who's like visibly intoxicated. You can actually know like the
There was some
differences.
snitch, I bet. There's a snitch for sure.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
why did Arn Anderson let her wrestle? He should have just told her to take the night off. No one went to that show to see Alicia Fox.
Exactly.
They could have easily pulled her from that show.
What a waste of a way to get fired.
Yeah, they could have easily pulled her and said, Sasha, get out there. Like,
Oh, her knee
Anybody.
hurts. Her knee hurts.
Yeah.
Make something up.
Scrap the match.
Yeah.
it's a
Fine
fucking
her.
house show.
10 minutes, like that can easily be replaced. They don't need. She doesn't need to be out there for 10 minutes,
it's not like
whether
she's a
she's
key
sober
player.
or not.
Like
Jeff
Hardy and Sting. Remember that shit?
Right.
That was
dude.
an abomination.
Jeez.
That's a legendary moment.
Legendarily bad.
I love that moment.
That was an abomination.
Yeah.
That was one of Jeff Hardy's darkest moments.
Yeah, I
What
mean,
else we got?
honestly, I don't know who would be to blame, I guess. But whatever. I mean, it's already done, so who cares?
It's similar to how I mentioned last week with JR getting fired for letting Ric Flair on that 2K panel they did a few years back. He was on the panel and he was very drunk, but yet it was somehow JR's fault that he let that happen, and that's when JR got fired.
Yeah, I mean, you got to know when to. We got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them.
and he didn't fold it.
No, I mean, yes, he shouldn't have let her wrestle, and that's a problem. At the same time, she shouldn't be out getting drunk before a show.
Right.
Bottom line.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see those future endeavor papers coming soon. We'll see.
Yeah, she hasn't been.
I haven't heard anything as far as if she's been disciplined or not. I know when that happened to Flair, nothing really happened to him.
But I mean, this is Alicia Fox. She's not really moving the needle.
Yeah.
True.
Exactly.
I mean, neither was Flair at the time, but he's a legend. It is different. I guess you could say it's different because it's two different people and two different, their careers. I guess you could say that.
Yeah. We'll see.
But we'll see what happens, though, with Alicia Fox. Old faces in new territory. Jim Cornette's joining the MLW team both in creative and as an announcer, whereas Bruce Pritchard is rejoining WWE. What are your guys' thoughts on those two moves?
I'm excited for Brucey. Bruce.
Yeah, I don't watch MLW, so
Yeah,
that
I
really
don't
doesn't
watch
do
it
much
either.
for me. But let's see what Bruce brings.
I mean, with Arn leaving, Bruce joining, we'll see where it goes. I mean, I don't know exactly what he's gonna.
I don't
bring
think
to the
he's going to be a
table,
road
but
agent, though.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens, but
Maybe
I don't know.
because for the longest he was one of Vince's right hand men in creative.
Oh yeah, it was
So-
like yeah.
We'll see if he's going to be up there, or if maybe he's going to be kind of like an advisor. But I'm interested to see what's going to happen really with both. I need to get my I need to start watching MLW. I heard it's been really good. They got a really good roster, and it's on YouTube.
Martin Luther Wing. What's MLW stand for?
Major League Wrestling.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much
But it's
to watch.
just so much wrestling though. At
Yeah,
the
I'm
same
good. So
time, though, it's like you hear all this cool stuff. It's like, do you have the time and do you have the patience to watch it all? And with me, it's like with all of us, like we watch at least 5+ hours of wrestling a week.
Too much.
That's too
wrestling.
much. That's just way too much. So it's kind of hard to fit an extra hour or two in a week, with our busy lives.
Yeah, what else we got, Dick?
Let's see.
Justin Liger.
Oh.
Justin Liger.
Yes. Just Jushin Thunder Liger. I put it as Justin Liger. Fucking stupid autocorrect. He's going to be announcing he announced his retirement, and his last match is going to be at this year's. I mean, not this year, but the next year's Wrestle Kingdom.
Dude, how old is
He's in his
Liger?
50s.
52 or some shit like that.
And dude, he still can go, man.
Yes, he can.
Remember when he fought Tyler Breeze in NXT?
Yeah, that was
Yes.
was a legit ass match.
A
Still,
good ass match, dude.
He still puts on great performances. I mean, he puts on better performances
54.
than most
Damn.
guys. 54, right?
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
He puts on better performances than most guys half his age.
That's
Exactly.
crazy.
That is insane.
Probably
So
one of the coolest masked characters ever.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
dude.
Hands down goes
Mount
down as one
Rushmore
of
of
the-
mass
yeah.
characters.
nice, super nice guy as well. Like,
Yeah, I met him once.
I remember that match that he had at PWG. He shoved the stuff.
Yeah.
He did the,
Oh shit.
everyone was walking like it was Tommaso Ciampa when
Yeah.
he
that
always did it.
10-man tag match
Oh,
they had a
dude.
few years back at Battle of LA. That was insane.
That was the greatest when I saw it. I was like, oh my god, it's Liger.
I wonder who he's fighting for his last match too. I'm curious to see.
I don't know. I mean, I would think it could be like if I'm a betting man, I would think it'd either be Will Ospreay or
Will Ospreay maybe too.
Jay
Yeah.
White.
Ooh, imagine that.
I don't think so. Either that or maybe Bushi. I think it's one of those two. It's got to be like a junior heavyweight
yeah.
caliber. So
Damn.
maybe even Dragon Lee. I mean, I'm thinking those three. But you know what? He's had a long career. He's had a great career. He's had a very influential career. I mean, I remember watching him when back in the early days when WCW did like the talent exchange with New Japan, and he would come over, and I was
yeah.
just mesmerized by him.
So dope.
I remember being a dumbass kid and being like, "Why? This guy looks like Psychosis."
Oh yeah.
Even though like he was way before Psychosis.
Oh, like wait, yeah, but their masks look so similar, and they both had like the horns and the long hair.
Yeah. Just his was
Liger
colored and
bomb.
his
Yeah,
and
but his gear looks like a Power Ranger.
Yeah,
Yes.
so
super dope.
fucking dope.
One of the first people to ever do the shooting star press.
Yeah,
I believe he might have invented the shooting star press. If not, like he's definitely was one of the first people to bring it over to North America.
he also invented hentai.
That he did.
Ooh.
Yeah, is that a Drew fact?
And
That's
Panda
a Drew fact.
Express. I think Panda Express he created too from scratch. Passed it.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, that's his. That's his orange chicken.
That's
recipe.
Chinese.
yeah, it's
That's
crazy.
Chinese, bro. Get your Asian right.
What are you talking about?
He's General Tao's chicken.
General
General
Tso.
Tao.
He's general. He's actually General Zhao.
That's just pretty bomb. Or was bomb, yeah.
Well, it's his, dude. So you can thank him.
General Jushin.
But
What
good,
else we got?
great career for Jushin Liger. Can't wait for January to come up. And JR, he's actually announced his imminent end to WWE. Whatever that means, I don't know if it means he's going to be gone permanently or if he's taking a hiatus, but it looks like his contract's going to be up pretty soon. He announced it on his podcast earlier today. What do you
Well,
guys
when
think?
the announcement came for AEW, JR was linked, so this could just mean like he's gonna move to greener pastures. I actually want to talk about Tommaso Ciampa more than any of these stories.
So I was going to get to
Yeah.
that right now.
He has to go into neck surgery, and that's gonna put him out 6 to 14 weeks.
Didn't they just
Not
months.
weeks,
Dusty
months.
Classic
Months. They
What?
just announced DIY getting back together for the Dusty Classic.
alert.
They've worked on this storyline for like 2 years, and this
and-
is awful.
Awful.
He has to drop the belt. Like,
Yeah.
this is like a lining up everything that they had planned, and it's just thrown out the door.
It was probably going to blow off at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I'd imagine. He
Man.
just got called up, and I'm telling you, there's a curse on these NXT people, man.
It's like it just happens, man. Like right when they get called up, it's like boom, you hurt.
Yeah, or they get poorly booked. So
Yeah.
Or they're Lacey Evans
Oh yeah.
Shit.
EC3'd.
or EC3.
There
oh
you go,
my God.
EC3'd.
Yeah, he's been gone.
I mean, they just like is it like that they overwork them? Because they were on every single Raw and SmackDown like back to back, like since being called up.
I mean,
it's just poor writing.
You
They-
can't really blame the writing on that one. I
they
think
work
it's-
hard for NXT.
They work hard for NXT. You know what it is? It's their style. Their style cannot mesh with beyond the main roster because you're going to be doing multiple shows a week. You're going to be doing 5, 6, 7 shows a week.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be traveling around. It's a lot different than being in NXT. At least with NXT, you're local. You can do the shows. I mean, you're tapings for maybe a couple days a week. You have the house show here and there, but you're always going to be in a central area. Now it's a little more complicated because now it's actually a traveling. They're traveling as well for house shows,
Yeah.
but still they don't have that schedule anywhere as close to what the main roster has.
Look at The Miz. The Miz has never been hurt. Ever. You know why? He doesn't jump off the fucking top rope. He doesn't do any tope suicidas. He doesn't do any of that.
Yeah, you don't need to save it.
Doing all that
Um,
flippy shit.
yeah.
You know, it's gonna fuck up your joints, and I mean, look where we're at.
Well, I mean, look at Hogan. I mean, Hogan's been doing the leg drop for like 20 or 30 years, and he's had multiple hip replacements.
Well, that's what happens when you land on your ass for 30 years.
Yeah, and you weigh
It's
that.
wear
you weigh that
wear and
much.
tear. You know.
Night after night after night after night. But yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. But I mean, it sucks to see him all this happen to him, and
You can't get that Gargano victory
Fuck,
over him
man.
too. Poor thing.
dude,
Poor guy.
Maybe what happened?
Poor guy, man. But go ahead.
Maybe in 6 to 14 months, Gargano will be on top on the main roster, and we can come back to this storyline. But really sucks. Really bad timing.
now it goes back on that back burner.
Speaking of burning backs,
Ooh.
I don't know where I was going to go with that.
Oh, come on.
Kane had a barbecue. No, I'm just kidding. Let's get into Raw.
Do we have to?
We do have to
there's
because
not
there
much
was some
anyway.
there was some good stuff. There was some pretty good stuff. The Shield is officially back in business. I'm convinced this team is cursed. Who knows? But they're gonna try this for like the third, fourth time.
I'm over it. It's like when DX tried to reunite like the last 10 years. Like every time they reunite, it's just become a novelty to me.
Yeah. It took them. It took Dean Ambrose the whole show to come around. And they're actually gonna have a Shield versus Baron Corbin, Drew McIntyre, and Bobby Lashley. So, well, at least we got a good story out of it, huh?
Hey, there we go.
They've rushed this so fast. In 2 weeks, the Shield's back together and gonna be fighting the pay-per-view already. Like, give Roman, let him ease in, dude.
He's going full. I
He
think
just had
The
leukemia.
chemo's still going through his body.
Fuck, man.
from his fingernails.
Oh,
still.
man. You know what? With this one, I'm gonna give him a pass on this one because Dean Ambrose is leaving. That's the only reason why they did the reunion.
Is he?
Here's my
I
thing,
think
guys.
he's leaving.
Prediction, spoiler, but fuck, hold on. But yeah, I think what's gonna happen is I think Dean's gonna turn on all of them, and then it's Roman and Dean at WrestleMania.
They did that 4 months ago.
but it's gonna happen again.
But not with Roman.
Not
Yeah,
with Roman.
Not with Roman. Roman needs a match.
That's-
at Mania.
No, I think he's leaving. Because
Yeah.
why would they?
Well, exactly.
Why would they book it so fast?
No, I'm saying because that's gonna be his going away match against one of his best friends.
It's gonna be
Bitch-ass
Roman
Ramon.
versus Dean.
Seeing
Yeah.
seeing how Roman doesn't have a WrestleMania match.
I see that happening.
I could see that
And
happening.
I see Dean leading those bad guys until he's gone.
This is what's going to happen.
Okay, go for
Here
it.
we go.
Seth Rollins is dealing with a back injury right now.
Is he?
It's legit. Like, legit, he's dealing with a back injury. He's going to give up his spot to Roman Reigns. And we're going to get Roman and Brock at WrestleMania 35.
Yeah, we're throwing out some
Ooh.
crazy hot takes right now.
It could happen.
Wow.
Couldn't you see it happening?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Only one man. Oh, my back. Ouch. There's only one person that can go after the beast, and that's you, Roman. Get your number one spot back. And here we are, Roman Reigns, champion again. And we're just going to go. I'll go back to hating him.
No, dude.
Everyone's gonna
If
cheer the
they
shit
do
out.
that, everyone's gonna boo the fuck out of Roman.
And then they'll have leukemia in the back burner to come give him some good
Yeah.
news.
Not even leukemia.
Oh, guess what,
And
guys?
they're not even they can't use leukemia to save his ass.
No, Vince will come out and be like, if you boo him, it'll come back. So you can't boo him anymore.
Jesus Christ!
gonna-
God
it, dude.
damn it.
Out of touch.
It's like Santa Claus. Like, you better be good,
Or leukemia's coming.
or leukemia's going to take Roman again.
Well, Vince probably in his advanced stage, he's probably gonna come out in a Santa suit,
You better go to sleep, or Santa's not coming.
or probably even the Easter Bunny suit. It's gonna be close to Easter, right?
Yeah. Maybe Roman's like Jesus and he just went away for 3 months and came back. instead of
Resurrected?
3 days. Chilled for 3 days, came back. Same with Roman. Roman
So,
died for our
so what
sins.
you're saying? Last Monday was his resurrection.
Yes, well, definitely an erection.
Ooh,
Zing.
Ooh.
Roman erection.
So that's the thing that's happening. Let's talk about this Triple H promo though.
I'm-
hot.
Go on.
I'm there for it, but I'm not completely sold by it.
Why? Why?
I don't know. Like, it's just kind of weird. They kind of, I mean, it didn't come out of nowhere. I mean, it's kind of, it would, but it's like, I want to see Dave there. Like, I want to see him, like, he needs to show up already.
Well, he's gonna be there next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, they announced it for next
They
week.
said he was
face
supposed to be there
face.
on Monday, but he wasn't. Like, so I don't know. Oh, Dave's supposed to be here, and then on the video screen there
But
he is.
I think that Triple H promo showed all the marquee marks and all the wrestlers of the indie world, AEW, how a grown man does wrestling. That thing is a promo, dude. You don't need
Yeah.
like work rate. It's great, but to be able to tell a story on the mic and like communicate that type of emotion and
Yeah.
get me all fired up.
I
and
thought his
all
head was
like-
gonna explode, dude.
And he sold like he based a lot
He
of it on
did.
reality.
Oh, for sure. I felt like he was really fucking mad.
Yeah. And
Oh, you left because the fans didn't like you. Oh, poor you. You know.
that's how you do it on the
Yeah.
grandest level. I'm like, applaud to you, H.
Yeah. H just taking it home, showing the kids how it's done.
Yep. That's how you fucking do
They
it.
did have because he threw in elements of reality in there, right?
He called him Richard Fleer.
Oh,
Yep.
So they definitely are dropping characters. Even Triple H himself, he said, I'm not talking to you in character. So basically wrestling's fake, guys, and these guys are just characters.
Kayfabe is broken again.
I'm okay
Kayfabe.
with it in this case. I
Kayfabe
love it.
wasn't here, dude.
Rest in peace,
She's gone.
Kayfabe. She
And-
died.
And it made me think that's going to be one of the biggest matches I want. I think I'm looking forward to that match the most right now. Is that if that's a weird
Really?
for me to say? Yeah.
I mean,
I don't need to see them doing crazy spots. I want to see a story.
Yeah,
And if I
give
can
me that.
invest in a story and really have something to sink my teeth into, I think they're off to a great start already. And we're gonna see. But I guarantee you, it's gonna be one of the main events of WrestleMania.
Got to.
Well, I mean,
It has to be.
Y-
But it's
yeah.
gonna perform as well too.
yeah, because I really didn't really have any desire to see Triple H versus Batista when it was first rumored, and now that I see it, and then hearing this, I mean, because I heard parts of the promo and I was intrigued, and then with last week's segment, it was last week's segment, right? With when Batista was in the back and he dragged
Yeah.
Flair out, right?
yeah, it was his Flair's birthday.
When I saw that segment, I was like, okay, now let's see where this goes, and I was really intrigued, and they got my attention.
Even
so.
from the way that it was shot to like him coming out, like it just felt different. It felt big.
Yes.
I'm excited. I am excited for the match. I just want to see where they go with the story.
Yeah.
Because it's barely at the beginning stages, and
Ooh.
it's getting there.
It's on a light simmer right now.
Yeah,
boy.
dude,
We're gonna
and
turn up the heat in a little bit. but
Yeah,
we're-
they're on the road to WrestleMania.
we're just melting butter, boy. We're just melting butter right now.
just getting that pan ready.
Just getting that pan ready, dude. I just washed it. I just washed it. Put a little couple drops of water in there to feel it, to know when it's ready to put my oil in. You know?
Ooh.
Soon that steak's gonna go on there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Get it sizzling, boy.
Simma, simma.
Remember when Ronda Rousey dropped the belt and walked out on Raw? Well,
Yeah.
she got the belt back without a fight, without a struggle, without a punishment. She came back and got her belt back. And Ronda Rousey is going full on heel now. She beat the shit out of Charlotte. No, she beat the shit out of Becky.
Yeah.
And Charlotte just watched. And Becky was going to die. Yeah. Where were all the refs that normally come out and like break up fights? Because they didn't give a fuck about Becky.
Before that happened, let's back up a little bit. So Charlotte and Becky were in the ring with Stephanie, and Stephanie was going to announce that those two were going to fight for the women's title at Fastlane, correct?
Fastlane, yes.
Okay. When Ronda comes out, Stephanie backpedals and says that that Charlotte and Becky is going to wrestle, and if Becky wins, she's going to be added to the Mania match, and it's going to become a triple threat, correct?
I mean, come on. If any of you fucking guys pick Charlotte to win that match, you're out of your fucking mind.
They gave it away already. We know Becky's going to win.
Yeah.
Becky's gonna fucking win. There's no fucking way.
How over convoluted is this storyline? It just seems like there's way too much.
Suspensions and injuries and all this.
Yeah, let's back up a little bit. So
There's
Becky
so
wins a Rumble, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then she decides to pick Ronda as her opponent, right?
Boom. Story's ready.
That should be it, right?
That's the story. Let's stake to that. But we go in a tree, it looks like. What else?
Okay. Vince comes out and suspends Ronda. Ronda's suspended for 60 days. And then, well, actually, before that,
See?
there's
So much.
so much.
There's
The
there's
forced
way too
apology.
much.
Apology's accepted. Vince comes out and suspends her. Then she gets unsuspended. And now she has to prove that in order for her to be at WrestleMania and to get her entitled match that she won at the Royal Rumble, she's got to beat Charlotte.
So the Royal Rumble win means nothing.
It means nothing.
That's
Yeah.
total dog shit.
Yeah, Becky, this is her match. She shouldn't have to prove shit. Like, she was given a match and that's it. But they throw all this dog shit in there. I mean, I like the story. Charlotte is playing it up very well.
Well, you know,
so
what,
there's that.
you know what the story is. We need to have Charlotte Flair in the first ever women's main event.
Yeah.
She has to be in this match. We need to find a way. They're doing all this to get Charlotte into this match.
Well, I mean,
Well, that and also, like, I think having her in there actually makes the match better. I mean, I think about it on paper, like, Ronda and Becky having two, like, one-on-one, like, it'd be great story-wise, but I think you need another person to kind of help with Ronda as well and make that match even better.
yeah.
No, I want to see a one-on-one match.
Yeah, I disagree completely.
I do not like seeing. WrestleMania has like one singles match and it's on the pre-show.
Mm-hmm.
Every other match is like a fatal four-way or a triple team, tag team. Like there's just all these different things. I just want to see a one-on-one match. May the best person win without being like, oh well, Becky won because she pinned Charlotte, and now we got to go off in another direction. Like, just give me the one-on-one. Let me see. This is supposed to be the finale. This is supposed to be the
And I agree.
end of
This is
stories.
supposed to be the blow-off.
This is
Yeah.
the blow-off, and we're going to convolute it into something that nobody wants to see. Everyone wants to see this match one-on-one, and God damn it, we're not going to get it.
No, and I agree with you. Like, normally in the title matches, a big WrestleMania matches should be one-on-one. But I think that Charlotte can add to the match as far as in the ring. Story-wise, though, yes, it is convoluted. We just kind of went in detail as far as like how they got there. They didn't need to go that route to get there. They could have done things a little bit different, a little bit simpler, but no, they had to overwork themselves
They worked
And
themselves into a shoot, brother.
Basically.
I think I know what I get what you're saying, Dick, and I understand where you're coming from. I think if it was a Becky and Charlotte one-on-one match, great, hands down,
Right.
yeah, badass match. A Becky and Ronda, it's a little dicey with Ronda. Like I don't know exactly how good that.
You want
match would
to try to
run out.
mask Ronda's weaknesses as much as
Exactly.
possible.
So I get what you're saying.
If this was a SummerSlam, it would be a great SummerSlam match. If this was Survivor Series, it'd be a great Survivor Series match. This is supposed to be the blow-off of what's been building since Survivor Series.
Yeah,
yeah, right. Yeah.
So let's just I don't know,
Blow it off.
blow it off. How about let's just tell a story and blow it off,
I mean,
and then we can go into something else.
or blow me.
That's all we had for Raw, right? Just those 3 main points.
That's it. I mean, that was pretty much it. I didn't really
That was-
see much else.
that was essentially Raw, yeah.
Otis got his feelings hurt.
Oh.
Poor
Poor Otis.
Jobber.
Not only did he get his feelings hurt, but they're like, yeah, it looks like he's more like milkshakes and steaks, and he's like, that hurt my feelings.
Poor comedy.
Like really bad. They need to get someone that is actually on a roast battle if you want to hurt someone's feelings.
Tony Hinchcliffe.
Yeah, get Tony Hinchcliffe in there.
Get some real writing in there.
And in a show that had one great match, but that's all that it needed, SmackDown. Let's start off with the Daniel Bryan and Kevin Owens promo. Kevin Owens is a full-on babyface.
Yeah. Weirdly too. I'm not sure.
I
how-
still don't trust
I
him.
don't
He's
buy
like
it.
a McMahon to me.
Yeah, I can't.
He's always evil.
I'm not into it.
For reals.
I
I'm right there with
don't
you.
buy it.
But I did dig his promo. I liked it. I was digging what he was saying. He was saying all the right stuff to be that baby face, and he was coming from an angle that most people don't come from. Like he was the guy that got that belt, and like he lost it too early, and he's fighting for something, fighting for his family, and he just came back from injury, and he wants that belt. So it's cool.
Belt that
I
he
liked
never
it.
had.
Yeah. And he's pissed off that Daniel Bryan threw it in the trash and disrespected it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is storytelling 101. Here we go.
Perfect writing. It was good. I'm digging it.
I like that he's like, I feel sorry. I didn't take Kofi's spot because I wanted to, but now that I'm here, like, I'm gonna use this opportunity to the most I can.
It's really good. They're writing it perfectly, and damn, I'm fucking excited for that match. It's gonna be
Yeah.
a good one. That's gonna be like an ROH PWG, like
What you
it's
would
gonna be a
think?
great match.
Yeah, I mean, we'll get into our predictions a little later. Where's Kofi in all this?
They said he was in like Africa or India, right, or something like that.
That's racist.
Hey, yeah,
He was
what-
in India, right?
He went back to
I
Jamaica.
think he did go to
man.
he did go to India.
He,
Kofi
they,
Kingston.
the New Day
He
went
was doing
to
some
India.
PR stuff for
Oh, yeah, that makes
WWE.
sense.
What's that dance?
Wait, damn it, I can't remember
What is that?
the dance that what's his name
Jinder?
does.
No,
Some like
Now
Indian
that's
pop star.
racist.
Some Indian pop star did like this.
it was like
memeable
years
vi-
ago.
Yeah, and yeah,
Something like that.
you sound like a grandma singing to a little baby.
You're a grandma.
Dingy, 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 ding. Yeah, you know.
Bouncing him on his-
You live in Baldwin Park.
bouncing
Yeah,
on his-
bouncing them on their knee.
Yo, for sure. The grandma's like 30 years old.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
fucking died.
The grandma is 30 years
Yeah, the
old.
grandma's 30 years old, dude. They're like, Abuelita. That's hilarious.
Abuelita, we want hot chocolate. Well, fucking make it. I'm doing my nails.
Voldemort grandmas are 30.
Abuelita, we want cookies. Oh, well, I'll take you to McDonald's. Anyway, little Baldwin Park humor for you guys.
That's for you, 626.
I'm fucking dying. That was good.
Moment of the night goes to Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
R-Truth comes out and he wants to do what his hero John Cena would always do and does the open challenge. I hate this open challenge.
I love it
I'm
from
so done with them.
I just
Truth?
I'm done with the open challenges.
Oh.
It's just so fucking funny that because he's going about it with a different way, and it's
Yeah.
fucking hilarious.
Poor-
Like, what would John Cena do? Like, it's just fucking funny, man.
Like the R-Truth stuff, I love, dude. But like, I hope this is it for open challenges. They don't need to bring him back anymore. Just put it to rest.
No, Joe needs us. Don't issue open challenges. Like it's lazy. Write a good story. It's a
They've
real
been doing
belt.
it for 4 years.
Yeah,
We get it.
I like that. Once Joe's music hit, R-Truth got so scared.
Yeah,
they
that's
showed
the
his
perfect
face.
response.
Best work of his career for sure. R-Truth. He's killing it. And I'm sad we're not going to see him at Mania, but
Yeah.
maybe though.
I
in
mean,
some
yeah, like
shitty
you were
match.
saying there about him and John Cena. That'd be a great match.
But Rey Mysterio came out to kind of do what he did the week before to Andrade, and it turns into a fatal four-way match. Andrade, Rey, Truth, and
Joe.
And Joe actually pulled it out, and he's your new United States champion. And he cuts a promo after the match, and I'm terrified of Samoa Joe.
A damn good promo, man.
He needed the win. I didn't expect him to be part of the match. I didn't expect him to actually win the belt.
It's his
but
first title victory.
It's his first title on the main
other
roster.
other than NXT.
On the main roster, it is. And you know what? He's finally able to back up everything he says now.
I hope.
Now with him winning the belt, he's more. I don't want to say qualified, but like he's more. How do I put it?
Qualified.
You take it more seriously, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Legitimized.
He's more legitimate. He's
yeah.
more legitimate now. There you go. Thank you. He's more legitimate now. So, let's see where he goes from there. And yeah, I want to see. Yeah,
This was the one thing that Bray Wyatt was missing. He needed that belt.
Well, he
needed
got it.
a belt.
he got the
He
WWE
got the
belt.
WWE
But
title.
I'm saying, like, he was on that losing streak for so damn
Oh,
long,
yeah.
and they kept him doing that.
Yeah.
And he would just go from person to person to person, and that was what sunk Joe into that category. But everyone was still scared of him because of his promos, and he was so damn good on the mic. And now that he has that belt, it, like you said, it legitimizes everything. And I hope they don't fuck it up with him.
Oh, get ready.
How long you been watching wrestling?
It's gonna happen.
Before we move on, actually, to like our predictions or whatever, I think we missed one thing. It wasn't a big thing, but I saw that GIF of Aleister Black and Ricochet with the flippity flip spot. I thought that was the coolest fucking thing.
Oh,
ever.
it was bad as fuck.
That is the baddest shit
That was
ever,
pretty
dude.
cool.
Still undefeated,
Yeah,
and they have a title match this Sunday.
it's on Fastlane, right? It's not pre-show.
Fat Lines is what
Fat
we're calling
Lines,
it. Yeah.
It's on Fat Lines.
I love some
I mean,
Fat Lines.
honestly, well, we did skip over those matches, but honestly, they are the greatest matches, like, of the nights.
They're showing what they can do, and I hope no one gets injured.
Yeah, that's the one thing, like, knock on wood.
You know what's crazy? Something that's crazy to me is Charlotte and Becky are both on SmackDown.
And Raw.
Right.
No, they're on SmackDown, but they're all of a sudden going for the Raw title.
And they're both still on
But they're both on
SmackDown.
SmackDown and Raw, even though they're
It's
both
fucking,
SmackDown
like-
stars.
Yes, they should. I don't know. It's just a weird thing.
Yeah, and I mean,
It's almost I mentioned it last week. Like I think I don't want to say it's like the end of the. It seems like it kind of like they're blurring like the lines as far as like the draft.
Mm-hmm.
It almost seems like they're just going to merge everything back together again. But are they really? Like, are they doing that? Are they not doing that? Like, what's like? I don't even know what they're doing. First of all,
We're gonna find out
very soon. Yeah.
Let's get into our predictions. Is there any stipulation?
blowjobs.
I don't know. What do you want the stipulation to be? I mean, we tried drinking and like
That didn't really
we
work.
record this during the week, and it's hard for us to be drinking during the week.
Loser has to watch the Michael Jackson documentary and take notes.
I've seen the first
how long is
part.
that documentary?
It's the second part is
I heard
2
it's
hours.
fucking brutal, dude.
It's brutal. I saw part 1, and let's skip. Let's talk about it.
You need to do a book. You
This
need
is
to do a
bad.
book report on it.
Oh,
Yeah, and report back to teacher.
an oral book report.
But
We should find something.
You're gross.
Maybe eat something
An
spicy.
Whoa.
Eat something spicy as fuck.
Why does it have to be oral?
Yeah,
Would you be down?
get your mind out
Well,
of the
you ate
gutter,
those
boy.
peanuts, but
Yeah,
it
you
didn't
ate those
really do
peanuts.
anything.
No. We'll think of something.
We'll think of something.
Let's get into this. We're gonna start left to right, going from top to bottom on Wikipedia. Wick.
Do you want to start from the pre-match?
Yes, the pre-cup. I mean the
Pre-cum?
pre-show. This match should be on WrestleMania. What's it doing here on the pre-show for Fastlane? I have no idea. Rey Mysterio versus Andrade Cien Almas. Who do you got, Dick?
Man, like you said, this should be on the main. This should be on the main show, not on the pre-show. It should be on WrestleMania. Are they going to do it on WrestleMania? We'll see.
Nope.
I think this match is gonna. I think this feud's gonna continue though, and in order for it to continue, I got to see Ray winning because Andrade won the first match and Ray won the 2 out of 3, right?
Yes, sir.
So it's
All right.
yeah. No, you know what? Let me take that back because if they're gonna continue this, then I think Andrade should win and have it continued.
Yeah, I could see that. I'm not going to tell you mine.
Yeah,
That's what he's hoping for.
No, I'm actually. Is that you're going Ray?
I'm gonna go with Andrade. I'm gonna go with
Andrade.
Andrade. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going with Rey Mysterio. I think that Andrade in his defeat, he's gonna want another match for the mask, or maybe something. But I see maybe Zelina Vega, maybe Shark Cage, maybe I don't know. We're gonna
Some sort of gimmick for their next match, right?
yes. So I see Ray coming and then Andrade going over at Mania.
I'll go Ray.
Ooh,
Easy. Like, I think they're gonna keep this going, and he's gonna keep fighting back and going after Rey Mysterio.
I'm gonna go Andrade.
Ooh, Andrade.
Andrade.
Michael Andrade. All right, and for the WWE Raw Tag Team Championship, the Revival takes on Aleister Black and Ricochet and Chad Gable and Bobby Roode in a triple threat tag team match.
That's a tough one.
The triple threat part makes me think that Aleister and Ricochet aren't going to win because they don't need to be pinned in this. I see the Revival retaining and maybe having Aleister and Ricochet challenge at Mania. But I see the Revival retaining.
Same here. They're gonna retain, and they're just gonna keep Aleister Black and Ricochet a tag team because it's gonna keep their wins and losses like they don't matter when they decide to go their separate ways. So it's not gonna a loss is not gonna matter to them. Byron,
Who'd you get?
I picked the Revival.
The Revival? I'm gonna go with the Revival also. Fuck it. Let's go crazy. Let's go with Black Ricochet.
I thought you
Team
were going to go
Black.
with Gable and Rude.
Yeah.
Nah, that's X crazy.
Yeah, that's too crazy.
I'm gonna have to go with Revival.
Shit, I'm gonna lose.
But I don't see Black and Ricochet getting pinned. I think that's why Rude and Gable are in there. They need
Exactly.
pin.
Or Gable and Roode are going to win the titles.
Either way, I don't see Black and Ricochet getting pinned though.
I don't see Black and yeah, exactly. I don't see them pinning or getting pinned.
But I think this may lead to a Black versus Ricochet match at WrestleMania, perhaps.
That would be dope.
Ooh,
I'd be down with that.
I'd be down with that because they haven't wrestled. They didn't have a rivalry in NXT, did they?
I don't think so. And
They
it's
didn't.
it's weird seeing Aleister Black in a tag team. He's been alone this whole
Yeah.
time. It's definitely a weird thing, especially if they're like, oh, he's so evil and dark. Like he shouldn't need to be with Ricochet, who's like the face. You know,
Let him prove how evil and dark he is. Let him turn on Ricochet.
no man is ever really good.
He's hanging with the black guy. That's pretty heel guy.
Aleister hanging out with black guys.
Yeah.
And coming on, if Becky Lynch wins, she'll be added to the main event at WrestleMania that she never really lost.
That she was entitled to after winning the Royal Rumble.
Mm-hmm. Charlotte Flair versus Becky Lynch. Bobby, who do you got and why?
Obvi. Becky is fucking winning, and it's gonna be a triple threat, and they're gonna work their way towards WrestleMania. There's no fucking way she's losing this match.
There
So
is a way
insane.
actually.
There is. You want to get it really convoluted?
No,
Okay.
not at all. She's gonna win. That's all there is to it.
I'm going Becky too.
I hope they keep it simple enough and say Becky, but I'm going with Becky.
I could see Charlotte winning via Ronda Rousey interference and Stephanie being like, we're gonna add you anyways, Becky.
Yeah.
Well, just for that, we're adding.
So why even have the
Yeah.
match or that stipulation to begin with?
Because they like wasting our time. But I'm gonna go with Becky on this one, also.
Obviously, and you know the funny thing is, I fucking wrote that shit in even before you were fucking picked them.
Damn, I got the next pick, huh?
Yep.
6-man tag team
Oh,
match:
shut
The
my
Shield versus Corby, Mackie, and Lashley. Hey, that worked out perfectly.
That does work.
I didn't even do that on purpose.
Mackie.
Mackie.
Corby, Mackie, and Lashley.
I'm going with the heels because of what I said earlier. Dean Ambrose turning, Roman Reigns, Ambrose, WrestleMania. Book it.
Dick.
Shield winning.
Ooh, all right. Going with the faces.
Sierra, Hotel, India, Echo, Lima, Delta, Shield.
Because that's Roman's first match back from his announcement.
Yeah, Leukemia's
Which
gonna
I
make a
could
special
see.
appearance.
I could see Dean spoiling that.
Yeah.
But I gotta go with my heart. Shield.
You know what? I'm gonna go crazy and go heels.
You are nuts.
I'm about to lose this really bad.
Get ready to eat some spicy meatballs.
Is Byron even here?
I think I wrote him in this week.
He emailed us his picks.
Yeah, he predicted Stone Cold Steve Austin won that match.
The Becky match.
All right. Singles match for the SmackDown Women's Championship: Asuka versus Mandy.
This is a weird one.
This is very weird.
It just came out of left field.
Yeah,
dude.
SmackDown has a women's champion.
Oh, I forgot.
Oh my
It was
god.
your pick, Dick.
Dickalicious.
Well, I mean, I could see. Well, obviously, I see Asuka winning. I don't see Mandy winning the belt.
Not even with Sonya out there.
Not even with Sonya out there.
Sonya Blade.
So you're going Asuka.
Going Asuka, yeah.
Okay. I am also going Asuka. She needs to come back and show her dominance before WrestleMania.
Yeah, Asuka.
Who's going to be her opponent for Mania though? That's what I'm trying to figure out. The only person I could think of would be Naomi.
Or Shayna Baszler.
And this is the problem with having all three of your top women's competitors in the same match. Now Asuka doesn't have anything to do.
She doesn't have anything
It
to
should
do.
be Asuka versus Charlotte to avenge the loss from last year.
Yeah.
I agree.
But we can't have that.
Nope.
Instead, they decided to put both of them in the main match,
That's so stupid.
which screws up the SmackDown Women's match.
Which is another reason why they don't need two women's belts.
They don't.
They don't need two tag championships either. Women's, yes, that's fine. But the men's,
Hell, you could even go further and say they don't need two world titles.
absolutely not.
Yeah.
That's why they have a world and a universal. You get it? Because the universal's better. Because Raw's better. God, it's so stupid.
We all picked Asuka, huh?
Yeah, you picked Asuka, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you didn't
I'm not
pick
that
yours
crazy.
yet, but I mean, come on.
All right. First ever. I'm surprised they haven't bashed us into our brains yet. First ever tag team women's championship defense. The Boston Hug Connection versus the Samoan Slaughterhouse. Because she's fat. Woo. Take her to our slaughterhouse.
Whose pick is this?
Get her the porterhouse.
Drew's.
Yeah, the Samoan porterhouse. You got to go with the Boston Hug Connection. They ain't losing that shit until the Iconics come.
I wish.
I could see that happening,
I
Mania.
wanted to because I love some Peyton.
Yeah, I'm gonna go the same. There's no way that they're losing them like now.
Not to the Samoan porterhouse.
No. Jesus.
I'm going with
To the Samoan porta potty.
I'm going with the two finest ladies I've ever seen, or some of them two finest ladies.
Nia and
The
Tamina?
Porterhouse?
Exactly.
Dude, Tamina had a fight against Sasha Banks and it looked like a mother versus her daughter. I told you not to dye your hair purple. Now get in the ring and fight me.
I'm going with the Boston Hug. Make sure you put Boston Hug. I'm not that crazy.
Yeah, I put Boston Hug.
No, you put the Samoan Porterhouse.
Simone Porterhouse. You guys are bad, man.
You're so bad.
You guys are so bad.
No, I mean, they're not like a real threat. I don't feel like. I feel like they're just, you know, I want to know how many Nia Jax corner spots are going to happen. How many times is Nia or Bailey going to be in the corner and then Nia goes to squash her and then Bailey moves out of the way? Like, just so, forget it.
I thought Braun loved in running shit.
Yeah, it's gonna be the
Seems
same.
Like, it seems like Nia Jax is better at that.
Absolutely. Dick, who do you got?
For the women's tag match?
Yeah.
C.
Bailey and Sasha.
Okay.
Boss Hug.
All right. For the WWE Championship, Daniel Bryan versus a returning Kevin Owens. Bobby, this is your call.
KO is gonna win. Just kidding. D-Bry is gonna retain, obviously.
D-Bry.
It's not so obvious,
It's
but
really not obvious.
It's obvious. I said it's obvious for a reason.
There's no way.
That should be your quote right there.
Or it's gonna be some shenanigans where it's like a DQ of some sort, where Kofi comes in or some shit or something.
Or Rowan gets involved.
But see,
Oh,
they
yeah.
can't
yeah.
have Kofi interfere with the match because then
That's
it makes
heel.
him look bad. So they got to keep that
no,
face.
no, they can absolutely make him look like a good guy in this because he never should have lost his title opportunity in the beginning. We're getting that triple threat KO, Kofi, and Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania.
Man, that's gonna suck.
Or maybe Sami Zayn interferes with KO, and then they have their match at Mania.
Oh, again? I mean, I'm down to see it.
100%.
I'm cool with that.
Fight forever.
Fight forever.
The question is like, I think I don't know if they're gonna actually do that. I don't know. I mean, Sammy should be coming back pretty soon, if not now, maybe after WrestleMania. But I guess we'll see what happens. But as far as this match goes, I'm going with Daniel Bryan. They're not gonna take the belt off of him.
I am also going to go with Daniel Bryan. I like fantasy booking, but my heart is telling me Daniel Bryan is going to take it to Mania to lose it. So we'll see. I don't know. And I don't know why this is the main event on the Wikipedia, but for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships.
Is that crazy?
I don't know. Look at it, dude.
That's their lineup. I
Yeah.
guess.
The Usos versus the best tag team in the world, Miz and Shane McMahon.
Well, you never know. They might go on last. And if they do, then they got a big angle planned ahead.
I'm
Maybe.
going to Usos
Oos.
because they're so good. I
yeah.
hope. They deserve to be in a Mania not main event, but championship match. So
Yeah, who do you got, Dick?
Usos.
Usos.
And I think this is where we're gonna see the breakup
that's
between
true.
Shane and Miz.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Usos are going to win this. And, yeah.
Again, I put that all in before you guys even picked it.
All right, change it to Shane and Miz.
Just
you
'cause he
really?
put it.
Okay, I'm
no,
gonna do
no,
it.
I'm not that spiteful. All right, well, those are our predictions, guys. What do you think? Let us know on our YouTube channel. Maybe. I don't know. Any other final last words, guys?
No, I think
We're going to
good.
bring this boat home.
Bring it home.
We're on our road to WrestleMania, guys.
We are in the fast lane taking fat lines
We were in the Soul Lane at first.
to WrestleMania.
HOV.
Yeah, we're in the HOV. We're in that transponder lane, you know? We're in that metro lane. You pay
What's
to
that?
We're
play.
in the toll lanes.
Totally.
Yeah, that it is. That's what I was looking for. The Toll House lanes where it's all chocolate.
Wait, how? Like how?
That's the Toll House.
It's all chocolate. Thank you so much for joining us on another edition of the Put Me Over podcast. That's our prediction show. Make sure you subscribe and you download. You tell your friends. You tell your neighbors. You tell your friends' neighbors. There's only one place to be when you want to listen to the wrestling podcast, and that's right here at the Put Me Over podcast. We are the new world order of professional podcasting, and we will see you next week. That's a good-ass outro.
That was a